Hey guys, it's your girl Tash. To all my subscribers, big up on yourself. You don't know up. So guys, I am so excited to bring you this tutorial as I recorded this quite a while now. From I was in my previous shop. As most of you know, I've got my own studio now, but I still want to publish these videos that I recorded previously before I moved studio. So, anyways, this is the current twist that everybody's asking me about. How do I do it? So, because I'm doing it on a high top fade, there isn't a lot of hair on top of the head for me to make any more rows. So, I'm only gonna make 4 rows. So, I'm making 2 rows on each side. So as you can see, I'm using my Grip Game Afro Straight here to grip the cornrows going down on the side. And the reason why I'm using a bit of extensions is not because his hair is not long enough. It's obviously because his hair is quite soft. So the texture of his hair is soft. So this is a hairstyle I've done on this client before. This is like his main hairstyle that he always gets. So I find that when I braid on his natural hair, it comes loose very quickly. So hence why I'm adding just a little tiny bit of extension that will hold the cornrows more firm. And obviously the braids will last a lot longer just by me using a little piece of extension to grip the hair. So as I always say to you guys, my Grip Game Afro Straight here is very, very good for gripping because the texture of it is so, it has a rough texture and it feels a lot like the 4C ear texture, and it just gives the hair a nice firm grip. So it is perfect for when you're trying to grip on short hair as well. So, and when the hair texture is very soft. So when the hair texture is soft, I always try to use a little bit of this. As you can see, it is not visible. I'm not using a lot either. So it just blends out with the client's natural hair. So you wouldn't be able to tell that I use anything to grip his hair. And I'm only using the extensions, as I said, just because his hair texture is very soft. So his braids usually get frizzy very quickly. So me using the extension just makes the braids more tighter. So anyways, as you can see, I made 6 braids into the first row, and then the second row on top. Now I'm gonna I think I'm gonna make 8. I'm gonna make 8 because I want to put 4 twists. I want to put 4 of those jumbo twists on top, and I want to put 3 on the first row. So the first row will have 3 big jumbo twists, and then this top row will have 4 big jumbo twists. So because I'm going to be joining 2 cornrows together to make my twist, obviously I have to make 8 cornrows on top if I want to have 4 twists. So this hairstyle is very similar to the barrel twist, but because I'm a natural hair care specialist and a hair growth specialist, I deal with a lot of clients with hair loss issues. As a matter of fact, when this client first came to me, his hair was very thin, his hair was very short. So what you're looking at is a year of hair growth improvement from where we started from. So for those of you who have been following me for a long time, you would have seen this client on my page from when he came to me with patches in his hair and the top of his hair was so thin to where we got now within just the space of 1 year. So because, as I said, I am a hair care specialist and I help clients to grow their hair, all of the products that I use in my clients' hair are natural hair care products made by myself. just to ensure that I know what ingredients are going into my products. I have my own workshop to make sure that all the ingredients that are going into my products are 100% organic, natural, authentic. So I don't use manufacturers to manufacture my stuff. So for me, it's quality over quantity all the time. So even if I only get a few sales per week, at least I know that what I'm selling, it works. And I will tell you to what extent it will work, because some clients' hair loss are just too far gone for any kind of authentic hair care to bring back that hair loss. And I am working on a cure for the hair loss issues that we're having in society today. And I'm coming up with that cure because of my experiences with hair loss for years. So I was dealing with clients with hair loss condition for years. No, like long before I came on social media, I've had experience with family, friends, and associates. So it's something that I've been doing for 30 years. And I started when I was just a little girl, growing up in Jamaica, have had this ability. So I know that I can come up with the cure for this. So if my products can only work to a certain extent, I will tell you that my products only work to a certain extent. So the reason why I kind of strayed away a little bit, because what I was trying to explain to you guys, the reason why I came out with the idea of corn twists instead of barrel twists is because I'm a natural hair care specialist and I don't use certain type of gel, like certain type of hard gel that they use to make the barrel twist so that they can stay firm on the hair, especially when it comes to 4C hair texture. So when it comes to certain hair texture like 4C, 4B, those, and 4D especially, those hair textures are very rough. So if the gel that you're using is not hard gel, the barrel twists that they use the comb to do, it won't stay on the scalp for long. And a lot of people are using gummy gel. And what I find with that is that it makes the hair very hard. It makes the hair goes white after a time. And it also causes a lot of itching. So I don't use certain gel that I know that has certain chemicals in it and it's not natural. I don't use those kind of products on my clients' hair. So instead of straightening out the hair texture too much and using all this kind of hard gel to hold the hair texture onto the scalp, to create these kind of barrel twist, I just continue to use my natural braiding gel formula, which is all organic, authentic. It doesn't leave any residue. It doesn't make the hair hard. What it does is really just tame the hair into the braids. And as soon as the hair has finished braided, all that gel just turns into moisture. So it turns into a nice, shining moisture that helps the hair to glow and keep it moisturized, obviously, for some time. So I just continue to use that soft gel, and I do the cane roll on the scalp instead of trying to use that hard gel like the gummy gel to paste the hair down into a twist on the scalp. I just braid it instead. And it is this kind of braided hairstyle that I call the corn twist. This is a hairstyle that has helped the client hair to grow within that year. From when he came to me with the hair loss, up until now, it is me cane rowing on the scalp itself without no hard gel, without no chemicals or anything, just braiding on it naturally. Because as you can see, I don't even with the gel that I'm using, even though it's natural, I don't use a lot of it because I don't want to cause any residue. So I don't want to over grease the hair, cause any residue. And I definitely don't want the hair to be slippery, which means that the braids are not going to be as tight because I'm already using a bit of extension to make the braids very, very tight because of the hair texture is so soft. This is his hair texture is like a bit, a 4B, I would say. When I apply the product onto it, it feels like a 4A. That's how soft the scalp feels. The hair itself looks like a 4B, the afro itself, but once I put products on his hair, it just really, really feels like a 4A hair texture. And his hair is very light and it's very thin as well. But it is an improvement as to where I started from. And as I said, this is the hairstyle that I've been doing for him for almost a year. And this is the hairstyle that has helped to grow his hair, because I just cane right natural, just as natural as I can without adding too much products. And I definitely refuse to use gummy gel or any hard gel that's gonna make my clients' braids feel like rock afterwards, like rock hard, and then maybe start to turn white in color after a few days, and then cause a lot of itching and irritation on the scalp. So I don't use those kind of thing. And that's the reason why I don't do the barrel twist itself. And I just created my own style. So instead of using the comb and the gel to twist onto the scalp, I just braid onto the scalp naturally. And that's current twist for me. So instead of barrel twist, I just made my own and just call it current twist because of the cornrow and then the twist. So anyways, guys, I know I was talking a lot, but that information was necessary. And I hope that you find it useful. I don't really like to talk a lot when I'm braiding the hair. I'm more of a demonstrator, but a lot of people are like, tell me what you're doing, even though they can see what I'm doing. They're like, just tell me, just talk me through it. And you know, obviously I've been promising a lot of people as well that I'm gonna like explain more to them about hair care, hair loss, the main causes of hair loss, and how to deal with it, different scalp conditions such as scalp psoriasis and inflammation on the scalp, how I deal with those. So as you can see, this client here is very healthy. So this is not the video where I'm going to go into details about hair loss and inflammations and psoriasis and those scalp conditions. I will be posting other videos that I will be going into details with, you know, hair loss and the main causes and how to cure it. And this is all from experience. I have worked with so much clients with different hair condition, but I wasn't able to showcase it because, you know, obviously it's a personal thing, and a lot of people might have insecurities about being online anyways when they suffer in certain conditions. So there's not a lot that I get to showcase to you guys. But anyways, let's get back to the hairstyle. Yeah, so I've done the cornrow bit, as you can see. And that's just the first step to the hairstyle. Now the final step is for me to start twisting. So I'm going to be gathering 2 braids together and twisting it. So as you can see, I only did 4 rows, 2 rows on each side. And as I get round to the back, as you can see, I create like a triangle kind of shape so that we can have some braids, some twists covering the back of his head as well. And it's very creative and yeah, nice pattern. So anyways, guys, this is my Grip Game Afro straight hair, and this is how it comes in a pack. And I'm gonna cut that in half, as you can see, because that's the length I'm gonna be working with. So you can get this hair to purchase from my website, mygripgame.co.uk. And you're gonna need at least 2 packets if you're gonna do the jumbo braids. I'm sure that this hairstyle usually take me 2 packets of hair, and it's because of the length and the thickness that I'm working with. You know, as you can see, this is the length that I'm working with. And the reason why I'm separating each pieces into half is so that I get it juicy and fluffy. You know, I don't want it to be so thick and firm. It's going to be hard for me to twist with it, and it's going to look so unnatural if I don't break them apart and just get that soft afro texture out of it. So here we go. Start twisting onto the first cornrow, and then I use the other end of the extension to grip onto the second cornrow, and there I go. I start to what I call rope twist that in, just to make sure that that stays firm where I started the twist. Make sure that it's firm and it's well attached and it looks natural as well. So I'm gonna keep feeding in as much hair as I need to get the volume that I need. So this volume on the first braid, it looks nice. It looks nice and natural, but as you can see, I'm going back in and I'm gonna put some more hair inside of that to make it look even more natural, even more thicker, I should say. It does look natural either way because of how I started the braid. So this is my current twist. So when I'm doing current twist, it comes in different shapes and sizes. And if I'm working with a full head of hair, I will have more rows on the side. So I'll probably end up with 4 rows on each side. And I probably wouldn't make the twist so junky and so bulky, but it's obviously because he has a high top. His high top can sustain this kind of bulky twist on the sides of his head. But if I were to do more braids, I wouldn't make the twist this bulky, because then that would look ridiculous. It would look ridiculously thick on his hair. So as you can see, I finish off my twist with a rubber band just to secure it. And it looks lovely. What can I say? What can I say? It looks nice. And this is a client's regular hairstyle that he usually gets every time he comes to me, since he's been coming to me. And for those of you who've been following me for some time, you would have seen this client and his hair journey, how he started from nothing and how he got to this much hair, and healthy hair as well, within just the space of one year. So as I'm on the second twist, I'm gonna make them a bit thicker because that's how he likes them. He likes them very thick and fluffy. So as you can see, the second twist is a bit thicker than the first twist. And as I go along, I'm gonna make them thicker. So once I get onto the second row at the top of the head, the twists, they're gonna look a lot more thicker and a lot more bulkier. So the reason why I don't make the bottom one as bulky as I am going to make the top ones is because obviously the top ones are gonna be layering on top of the bottom ones, and you don't want those to start pushing upwards. So in order for me to lay them flat down in between each other, I have to make sure that the bottom ones aren't too bulky. And this is another reason why I chose to do 4 twists on the top and 3 at the bottom, so that I can layer the twists in between each other. So the bottom to the top row is going to be layered over the bottom row. So when I'm laying the top row over the bottom row, I want to make sure that the twists are falling in between each other, and hence why I braided it the way that I braided it. And I chose to use 3 braids, 3 twists at the bottom and 4 twists at the top, so that when they fall, they layer in between each other. Because if they're not layering in between each other and they're layering on top of each other, then that's going to cause a lot of bulkiness because of how thick the twists are. It's going to cause a lot of bulkiness. They could like just be sticking out on top of the client's hair and just looking ridiculously stupid. And that's why I do it the way I do it. So once they lay in between each other, you will see that they're gonna look so much more natural. They're just gonna fall down so naturally, as if this is the client's hair itself. And trust, usually he gets a lot of compliments when I do his hair. It's hard for people to tell that these are fake because of how I do them. So people actually believe that this is his natural hair, and they always like, oh, your hair is so long and everything. So if I didn't show you the process of how I do this, you yourself would see the photographs on my my page and think to yourself, oh, this client's hair is long and nice. How can I get that? But trust me, you can get it. Just you can achieve it. And as I said, my grip game Afro straight here is amazing. It's natural. It's perfect. It has the right grip, the right fluff, the right texture. So guys, I am now prepping my extensions for the second layer. That's the second row. And as you can see, I'm going to be touching the hair a lot thicker than I did in the first row to get that volume. So I attached it to the first cornrow, and I'm going to attach now to the second cornrow. And this is just my method of rope twisting. And I'm going to add my extensions, more extensions now, just to get that thick volume that I want to have in this top row. And I've just added my third piece of hair just to get that volume, as I said. And as you can see, this first braid at the top is already layering down in front of the first braid I made in the first row. So because there's going to be 4 braids on top, and because of the shape of the head, obviously, that first braid in the top row, the second row, will layer more towards the client's face. So I'm just going to end my twist with a rubber band. And as you can see, it's very natural. I started off very thick and natural. And as I get down to the end of the twist, you can see that the volume got a bit less and less. So that gives it that natural kind of look where it starts off natural, not less. And it got thicker and thicker, and then it starts to get thinner as you get down to the end of the twist. And it gives it that natural, beautiful, natural, fluffy look. Could almost pass for the client's natural hair. And it looks comfortable. And I know it feels comfortable because the client always says it feels comfortable on his head. And usually this hairstyle lasts for 2 months. It usually keeps it in for about 8 weeks before it comes back and get them redone again. And me using a bit of extension to cane row the cornrow bits, it really helps the braids to last longer as well. So I'm going to try and make this twist the same volume as the previous one. I'm going to try and make all the ones on the top the same volume so that they don't look too wrong. I don't want them to look so wrong, So I'm going to try and keep the top twist on the same kind of volume. So the same kind of thickness. So here we go. Look how fluffy that looks. Look how juicy that twist looks. And guys, as I said, you can get the Afro straight here to buy from my website, mygripgame.co.uk. And it is such a perfect match to the 4A hair texture, the 4B hair texture, and the 4C especially hair texture. And if you find that the hair is even softer than a 4 type, like if you have like 3 type hair, like 3A, B, C, this extension would be a good grip to make the braids last longer on those type of hair textures that are really soft as well. So I only wanted to show you guys how I achieve the corn twist, which is my signature hairstyle. So instead of barrel twist, I do corn twist, and for me it's just the healthiest way, and it grows the hair a lot more faster, and it prevents me from straightening out the client's hair and then having to put that hard gel on it. So this is just my way. And I call it my signature hairstyle. So yes, as I said, I'm more of a visual, I'm more of a visual teacher, as I am a visual learner. So I usually don't really have much to say because I just think to myself, well, you can already see what I'm doing, right? So what is there to say? So I will be publishing another video after today. Really, I tried to publish one video during the week and one video on Sunday. And the reason for that is because I have so much videos from my old shop where I used to be that I didn't get the chance to edit. And then I have all these new videos from my new studio with all this great lighting and everything. And I don't want to throw away the old videos because I've got these new videos. Because a lot of these hairstyles that I'm showing you, I haven't done any video on those so far in my new studio. So I don't want to dump the old videos. So I try to drop one of the old videos during the week. I don't have a specific day. It just all comes down to my workload and what I'm able to do. So I don't really have an algorithm because I can't say to you, oh, it's going to be on a Wednesday because you know what? Wednesday might come and I might have so much workload and I might not get to post on time. So it's just about my availability and the time that I have to speak to you guys and go through the tutorial with you, because I could just put the tutorial together and just dump it on you. But I want to explain to you, I want to go through it with you. So hence why I have to take time to go through this with you. So I just don't want to dump anything on you. I want to explain to you guys and let you guys know what's going on in the tutorial and, obviously, explain about some things that you might have questions about. So I can't give a day that in the week that I might post a video from my old shop. But on Sundays, I really do try to post one of my new videos from my new studio. So this Sunday, I will be posting one of my new videos from my new studio. And I am so excited to post this video on Sunday because I'm going to be cutting off someone's dreadlocks. And I mean, it's a half head of dreadlocks. There's literally only dreadlocks around the side of his head. The top of his head is completely bald, but he held on to those locks for a very, very long time. And for those of you who follow me on social media, you've already seen this. You already seen the clip of this tutorial from months, for about a month ago. From about a month ago. I'm sure because I posted on my social media like about a month ago. So you guys would have already seen that. So I'm excited. I'm excited to show you guys that on Sunday. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and turn the notification on as well so that you don't miss out on any of my exciting posts when I post them. So I am very proud of the result of my current twist. It looks nice. Just drop a comment below and just let me know how you guys are feeling about this tutorial. One love. Big up on yourself. One love.